Greetings and welcome to another video here on my channel. Going to do something, a bit of an indoor video today, something a little bit different. It is Sunday as I'm recording this. I could have gone out biking today, but I've done a couple back-to-back 100 milers over the last couple of days, so I've decided to stay inside. And instead I'm going to answer some questions I've had over the course of the last few months. So the first question is from Brian Reed. He says, another great video, Richard. I'm struggling to get some routes on the laptop. What way do you plan for the wind? Do you use Windsock app with Komoot or Strava maps? To be honest, I have looked at Windsock a long time ago. I've not used it any time recently. Generally speaking, I don't worry about the wind direction too much, just the strength of it. If it's too windy, I won't go out. I don't tend to plan routes around the wind. If it's a long ride back into a headwind, then so be it. It's part of the training really. You can't always dictate which way the wind's going and how strong it's going to be. So I just live with the wind really. Next question: what platform or platforms do I use to plan my daily rides, or do I just wing it? And that's from Mark Bowden. Generally speaking, I use Strava for 90% of my route planning, either desktop, or I have been known to use the mobile version if I've been out on a ride and I need to get back urgently or something like that. I did actually use it when I was in the Netherlands as well for the return journey, because I didn't fancy going the same way back. So, do I just wing it though? Seldom do I wing it nowadays, because I usually go, quite far afield, so I'll go to the effort of planning the route, but sometimes I think I should just wing it and just head out onto the road. Another question came in from Paul Miller. It was asking, in reply to a ride from a couple of weeks ago, how did I manage to buy a bacon roll and coffee? Isn't everywhere closed? Yeah, pretty much everywhere is closed, but I stumbled upon a place, an outdoor cafe. It's doing the takeaway service, so yeah, they've got an outdoor seating area. It's well spaced apart, and yeah, that answers that one really. I was really lucky to find it open, and I have been planning into a few routes recently. As long as it doesn't get too busy, hopefully it will stay open. A recent question came in from Rob Martin. It was, how's the Calibri working out for you? So the Calibri, that's my Sonder. It's my new bike. You can just see the handlebars behind me there. It's working out really well for me, Rob. Sorry. Yeah. So very good so far. No real complaints. I do, however, need a bike fit, and obviously with the lockdown in place, a bike fit right now is out of the question. But apart from that, yeah, it's good. I keep tweaking with the saddle a bit, changing the height, and not quite got it right just yet. But apart from the fit, I'm loving it. I've done over, I think I'm getting close to 2,000 kilometres on the bike now in the space of the time that I've bought it in March. So very pleased with it, Thanks for asking. I hope that answers that one. So a question from a few weeks ago now, what came from Dave Bunn. He was asking, what model mask helmet are you using, Richard? It looks good. Doesn't have the mushroom head look like mine. Oh, right, okay. Okay, it's from Cask, and it's the Rapido. I've had it for well over 3 years now. Very comfortable. Just love it. It's great, and green. What more can I ask for? I love the shade of green. So the next question is from Duncan McNutt. Watch your channel, mate, and I always enjoy your videos. Link in the corner of the screen if you want to watch his channel. Some great cycling vlogs. He lives not far from the lakes, actually, the Lake District. Beautiful part of the UK, that. Anyway, his question's quite a lengthy one. I'm just going to get to it. He was talking about graveyards. What is the trick to know which ones are good when planning routes? And, well, to be fair, I've just been lucky up to now. I've got two cemeteries that I know about, which I can go to, and I've got water. And to be honest, there's no trick to it. It was pure luck. And the last one, I thought I'd failed actually, and then managed to find the water taps on the way out. So I was very lucky. So there's no trick to it. I'm just winging it really. Just building up a list of graveyards that are proven useful. all good so far. I guess a good trick is when I'm planning what I'm tending to be doing. Really, is looking for bigger cemeteries in larger towns and villages, not old churches and cemeteries that centuries old. My thinking behind that is that if it's relatively newer cemetery, be more people taking flowers down there. So that is it. That's the simple thinking on that one. Duncan was also asking about my Wahoo. How long does it tend to run for? Yeah, brilliant question. I can generally get about 200 kilometers, or well, actually a bit more than that. Depends on how quick a ride and stops and things like that. Obviously, right now it's hard to say, but I can get about 250 kilometers at a push, depending on the ride, whether it's a flat one or a hilly one. And he's talked about his problems with his Garmin 520 Plus. I've never used a Garmin myself, but in terms of the Wahoo, it's the Wahoo Element, which is this one. I bought this about 18 months ago. Never any issues with it. I say never. I've had a couple of times where it's just frozen during some really long rides, and that was just a case of holding the power button down for 10 seconds and it rebooting. It takes a little bit while to recover your ride, but it's always managed to do so. So the next question is from Mark Bowden again. He was asking, what do I do for a living? Do you have any difficulties juggling work and getting enough time on the bike? Simple answer, no, not really. I'm single, which helps. It means I can ride any time I like. Living, I work as a web developer, Monday to Friday, don't do any weekend work at all. So that allows me to ride evenings, weekends as much as I like, so I plan around that. Also to answer some questions about what gear I use as well in terms of cameras and things like that. So this here is currently connected to my laptop. This is the Rode microphone, and my voice might be going all over the moment as I move it around. But yes, a video mic, it's plugged into the laptop. Unfortunately, I can't connect it to the GoPro. So what I'm doing with this particular video, I'm using that microphone to record all the audio, and I'll sync it up later. It's a GoPro Hero 5 Black. The model's about 3 years old. And more recent models, I think they're slightly better with the audio. As for the video quality, you can do up to 4K, which I've not used yet. I record most of my videos in 2.7K. In terms of doing the indoor videos, I have one of these LED strips on a tripod. I've also got this camera itself on a tripod as well. From time to time I use my mobile phone to record some footage out and about for Instagram and Facebook and things like that as well. Question what gets asked quite often is in terms of how do I record the mobile phone screen. Simple answer to that one is use a little program called AirDroid. So you can just download the app onto your phone as well as your computer as well, and it allows you to capture the picture perfectly. So finally, a common question I often get asked is, how do I edit my videos together? What software do I use? Well, I can tell you I don't like spending money, so I use a free piece of software called DaVinci Resolve. It allows me to easily edit my videos together. Basically, there's your timeline of video, audio, pretty much like any other piece of software. You can tweak video colors, lots of other cool stuff. To be honest, I'm probably only scratching the surface of what's possible using this software. So this is what I use, it's DaVinci Resolve. So that's it for me, folks. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you've got any questions, feedback, suggestions, just pop it down below. You know what to do. See you again soon. Bye-bye.